Yeah. What up? What up? Um, how's you all doing? So, today's Friday, and it's the 18th of what? October. Damn, is it 18th? It's fucking 18th. So this month is running, I swear. But the year is running out, the month is running out, and we're all just chilling and hoping for the best. Anyways, I'm hoping you guys are running your shit well, being accountable for different things you're doing, and I as well. I mean, I'm doing the same. Understand? But it's been a great week as usual. Like fantastic week, and I mean, I don't think I expected anything less. Even if sometimes you face the obstacles, you still have to try and find ways to weather through them. It's like the storm, and yeah, it was good. Emotional roller coasters up and down, but like I said, you weather through them. So we took some trades last week, I mean this week, and I mean we went through them. But first, before we do that, I just want to talk on some basic things. Like like I think the main cause of this whole video might be persistence, because it seems like the the word persistency has just been like misused, and it's kind of like a cliche now, and it seems more like just like a word that's just been thrown around basically. Rather, it's like something that's quite nuanced, and you need to understand the real word persistency, or to be persistent. And I mean, we talk on great detail, maybe like when we are like I'm showing you guys what happened in the charts, but because experience is like one of the best teachers, you understand. And but I can also guess that if you can learn from what I'm saying, then it's more likely that you would, at least 70% of the time, find a way to avoid some of those mistakes, and correct your mindset. So, without further ado, yeah, I'm sure you guys will enjoy this one. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, so earlier this week, right? I think, yeah, I think it's the piano will show first. It wasn't really a nice week like that, but it was a very good week because we followed our rules, we did everything well, you know, things like that. Those are the things that really make sense. Following your rules and being accountable, and making sure you're keeping everything in check. But we did follow our rules this week, but some things were not just lining up, because for the major part of things, I'm in school, and it's quite hard to run things while still trying to run an educational you know system. It's difficult being called in different places and then trying to as well keep your eyes on the 1 minute time frame. It's hard, I know. Someone might say, "Yeah, why don't you trade a 15 minute?" I don't care. Like literally, I really don't care. But it's what works for me, and I mean, I don't complain about the difficulty. I mean, if it wasn't difficult, I don't think I'll be doing it. But yes, it's something I would find the silver lining and then work with it. So yes, we took different trades this week, and I'll start off with the P&L, and this is the P&L for the week. Not really, really glancy, not really, really shining. It should have been, but it didn't. I mean, you could get the bias correct. So most of the time, if your executions aren't precise, then you would always come out negative. But by the look of things, I came out partially above break even. I think I kept about 1 to 1, or just 1 hour this week. Yeah. But anyways, first trade I took was on Tuesday, because Monday was bank holiday. So I took my first trade on Tuesday. So yeah, the first trade I took was on Tuesday, and I don't think I've been this precise on price like in my entire trading career. Because throughout this week I was like on point, like you like I was like fucking. Who will I say now? ICT or shit. Like it was just so on point. Every single trade I took this week, like my buyers and all this shit. But I mean, I'm human basically, and like flaws always chip in one way or the other. So this was one of the trades I took, and what happened during this trade though? Let me remember. Let me remember. So I think I missed my initial entry, and it was a big move. It was really a big move on dollar and on Aussie dollar. So I missed my initial entry here, and I got in on pretty close to my initial entry, which was around. Oh my god, sorry. Damn. Um, so I got in pretty close to the initial entry, which was kind of around this level. Give me a minute. Let me change this stuff. So yes, I was saying. So my initial entry was meant to be here, but I got in somewhere around here. And when price had moved for 1 is to 1.5, like I usually do, I break even. But it retraced back down into close to the initial entry. Even though if I had entered at the initial entry, right, my break even would have been there. But since I entered late, my break even was around here, and then see it tagged exactly around where the retracement candle was, and then came back down and pushed higher and hitting my TP. So it took me out, and it was not nice. I mean, it was literally not nice, but you can't really do anything, you understand? Because if you start beating yourself up, guess what? You would feel bad. You feel, more bad and all. So yeah, that was all for Monday. Because if you look at how things were, right? My initial entry was actually meant to be somewhere around here. This was what I was meant to use. And this would have been a very sharp trade, right? But the major reason why I waited for this confirmation entry setup here, this confirmation break, was because I wanted to see this initial liquidity. This line you're seeing here, right here, this horizontal line was the high time frame. It's meant to be a high time frame support level. I wanted to see that liquidity get swept and then a push higher. But since I'm seeing this market structure shift here, I felt this was like a manipulation and it could still come out and take out this stop, taking out this higher time frame liquidity. But guess what? I was wrong. And then it came out above, and this is why I was waiting for this bigger confirmation, and it did it. And I entered at that place. I mean, you would always make mistakes because you're human, which is fine. So moving on, Wednesday, I took a buy order. I mean, gold is bullish. You'll be a fool to be selling gold at this point. I took another buy order on gold yesterday on Wednesday, and yes, and I'm sure you should be thinking, yeah, I'm sure this one was nice, a nice win. No, it wasn't. I didn't take this trade. This was what I saw, and nah, it wasn't a good trade to be honest. I missed this setup because I was looking at NAS. Not that I didn't want to take this trade. It's just that if I can recall right, what happened on this day was, let me check Thursday. Did I trade Thursday? Okay, no, the Thursday was yesterday. So yeah, I remember what happened on this day was I was on a trade. I'll show you guys my NAS chart. I was on a trade on NAS earlier, right? And NAS wasn't really moving. And at the time, NAS was around break even, and when the setup presented itself, or when the liquidity I wanted to see was swept, I I was like, okay, now it has been swept. I wanted to now see like a setup. I was waiting for a setup. I was waiting, and I was called for class. So like in the process of running through class, trying to settle down on those things, it created a setup, moved, and when price came back, and when I looked at price, it was around this level here already, and I missed it. So I had to go and close the one I had on NAS because it wasn't moving. It was I think I closed it on like a $6 loss. Not really a significant loss to be honest, but it was painful missing this setup. So I missed the one yesterday, and we're going to Thursday now with two missed trays. I'm sure your mind will be like fucking annoyed. You'll be like permit me for using that word, but like you be like, just thinking on things like, why is life just so disappointing? Like, why is this? Why is that? I mean, bro, like bad things are going to happen. I'm sure you can see this shit. I'm sure you can see here. I missed this entry as well. I was busy in a conference basically, and like when price hits me, I mean, to be honest, right? If I won't want to lie, right? I won't to lie. My initial mind was I wanted to see this high time frame liquidity get swept. This one right here, this one I'm pointing at. This is what I wanted to see get swept. But this level was also still a good level for me. So I think it was my fault because I hesitated. After this level was swept, I was like, okay, I could still see a nice trade from here, but I would have preferred this level. So what happened was this: when this sector was created, I was contemplating. I thought I was thinking too much, and at the time when I wanted to open my where I usually take my trades on, network wasn't really good, and then I missed it. I missed it. I wasn't vexed. I wasn't vexed because it was my fault. I was contemplating. I was contemplating because I wanted to see this higher time frame level. I knew that this was just a manipulation, this move up. And sometimes you could get manipulation moves and still be in profit. Like this trade, it was a manipulated move and it still came and hit me on a 1 to 3. But I mean, like, it's just crazy. But anyways, regardless, right? Later in the day, like I told you, see what I told you, right? So he came back, he still came back and took out that liquidity I was looking at. Can you see? He came back, took it out, and created the setup I wanted. Do you understand? So that's the thing now. So it was this setup I took, but volatility was already lost at the time, and it was quite a very humongous trade. I think it was around 2,000 points. Like it's crazy. So not 2,000 points. I don't really know how to calculate this stuff. Anyways, it was quite a significant move compared to this one. See how small this one was and see how large this one was. So you should have expected it. So I closed this trade on a 1 to 1, I think. Yeah, I closed on 1 to 1. I closed it around here because it was already running late. It was already running late. See, this all price did. It moved, and then I think I closed it around here. But maybe one something. I mean, talking on retrospect, you are like going to say, why didn't I leave this trade? Because eventually it would have hit me on TP. But I mean, I don't care. Like literally don't care. I closed it. I've not really backtested the trades me leaving overnight. I've not backtested it, so I can't add it to a system that I'm running on. So yeah, the trade eventually came back and hit me on TP, which was nice, I guess. And on Friday, which is today, I took zero trades on Aussie. So now, I mean, like, I feel like I've said a handful, to be honest. Anyways, moving to NAS. So yeah, coming to NAS, my first trade on NAS was on Tuesday. And I had this initial entry here. I don't know why I didn't put it. So my initial entry here was quite early, but I entered around there. Let me put it. I'm sure you see the P&L, you see everything there. The fuck is going on? Okay, I'm an old man. So yeah, this was my initial entry, and price wasn't just ready to move. It wasn't. So I closed the trade here, like partially on break even. I closed it, and this was the trade I was telling you about that made me miss the one on Aussie. I was in class, the Wednesday trade. If you can remember, slide back, you see what I'm talking about. The Wednesday trade. I was looking on Aussie. I was looking at. I was on this consolidating of this range trade, and then I wanted to close it and enter the one on Aussie, but I was busy. So I eventually closed this trade on like partially break even. And then it came back out, took out my high time frame liquidity areas, this one, and then lastly this one, and this is a daily order block. So this right here now, I and inside after I took out this liquidity, right, it created a setup here, and I think I took it, but price wasn't ready to move as well. You know, you get what I mean? Price wasn't ready to move as well, but I took two losses here though. I took two losses here because the first one I missed an entry. I took an entry that wasn't meant to be an entry, so I closed it out fast, and I was anxious basically, and I was like rushing. So I took this one. I thought it closed above, but it didn't. So I closed it first, and then this second one I was what I anticipated, but I didn't take this trade. Normally this was what I was meant to take. This one right here, because I already lost about. I mean, if you had counted the profits or the loss I had already, I had incurred, it was already more close to what I usually want to lose on a daily basis. You understand? So like I didn't want to take this trade, and I knew it was good, and that's why I tested myself, to be honest, because I knew the trade was good, but like I didn't want to take it because I'd already taken so much loss already, like my daily loss limits basically. And regardless of, if you look at how it was, if you look at it on a 1 to 1 to 5 basis, like I usually do, 1 to 1.5, I would have still gotten to stopped out of break even. So you see, that's why it's good to follow your rules, to be honest. That's why it's good to follow your rules. So I had two losses here. Most likely, I had two losses. So now, if you count it, I should have two losses. But if, most likely one partial break even. Maybe once on one of those trades I closed early, or I closed in partial profit on break even, and all my trades were just 1 to 1, 1 to 1, 1 to 1 because they were not really moving with price. So the next trade I took was on Friday. Damn, where my shit at? Network. Give me a minute. So yeah, I can't remember what I was talking about, but so this was the trade I took today, and network is pretty bad, to be honest. But eventually, right, I closed this trade on like most likely on a 1 to 1. It wasn't entirely a 1 to 2. It was more like a 1 to 2 actually. It went for a 1 to 3, but like my take profit was slightly above here, so I closed it somewhere around here. Yeah, it was okay, to be honest. More so like as I was saying, that's just all that happened. God, this noise is so much. I swear. That's all that happened throughout the week, and like on a normal day, someone will be like, my get struck by all these things that happened, all the just coming your way, and then you would expect yourself to like give up, or if you keep on just pushing forward, despite being faced with adversities, you'd always find ways to like fight through. To be honest, like that's the essence of consistency, because always understanding that adversities will always be in the way, and then asking yourself, would you give up when the going gets tough, or you become tough when the going gets hard? You understand? Those kind of things. Those are the things that you should be working on. Don't define you. You know, you define adversities. You understand? Just try and find ways that can make you use your mental capacity, and then make you a stronger being. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to delude ourselves into manifesting wherever we truly desire. You understand? So I hope you guys found this one insightful, because this has come to an end. I will try and make next week as clean as possible. But guys, I wish you guys a great weekend. I wish you guys wonderful trading experience next week. And until I talk to you guys next time, stay safe.